Hi everyone, it's Tatiana here. I know it's been ages since I posted something on this channel. I might get into that in a different video. For this video, this is the first video in this channel where I talk. I wanted to talk about this instrument, this one, my saz. So that's like that's the bass chord. And the reason is, if you have stumbled, because I assume people who are watching my saz videos know what a saz is, but for people who have stumbled across my channel through my guitar videos, I thought it could be interesting, could be fun to do a little introduction about the instrument, because people might be wondering, what is this? Where does it come from? So this instrument, the saz or bağlama, is mostly played in Turkey, also in Azerbeycan, Syria, countries as Iraq, Iran, and Turkmenistan. It's mostly used in Turkish folk music, in Kurdish and Azerbaijani folk music, but apart from that, it is also used in Turkish pop music, Arabesk music, and sometimes in Turkish classical music as well. Some people might be wondering, as I am not Turkish, don't originate from those regions I mentioned, how I became to play this instrument. When I was in high school, there was a girl in my class who played this instrument very well, actually. And it was the time where I was starting out trying to learn guitar. I was strumming my first chords. I wasn't very good at it. By then, I still am not very good with chords. Nothing has changed. But anyway, as I have like a broad interest in music, and I was fascinated by this instrument, and so through my friend I began to listen to a lot of saz players and Turkish folk music, and I fell in love with the instrument. Now a saz, or the bağlama, comes in very different sizes and tunings, varying per region in Turkey. Yeah, Turkey is a big country, lots of regions, and there's quite some differences in the folk music according to the regions. So there are loads, really, I'm not exaggerating, loads of different sizes in bağlama, but these three I have lined up behind me, they are sort of the three main ones. So this is the long neck, and I'm not gonna play it because it's not really a good instrument, and also I don't really know how to play the long neck. But it's not really a good instrument, so it won't sound very enjoyable. It's just, I'm just showing it to demonstrate differences in size. Oops! This one is the short neck. That's the one I play. That's a very good instrument. I love it. And then this small one, cute, is called the cura, and it has very high notes, and it's often used in the music, those high notes, to give accents, and it's really very beautiful if it's well done. Now you might have heard me mention calling this instrument either saz or either bağlama, so I'm gonna talk a bit about the name. So most commonly the word saz is used, but it actually means instrument. Without specifying which instrument, It's just everyone knows we're talking about that. But at some point, people wanted to have a proper name for the instrument instead of calling the instrument the whole time. It has been decided to call this bağlama, and that name comes from the Turkish verb bağlamak. Yeah, the G in bağlama is silent. So bağlamak means to bind, and it actually refers to the threads, because they are nylon thread that is wounded around the neck. As a side note, this means you can change the placement of the threads. Not that I would recommend it if you're just trying out, but it is possible. However, regarding the name, there's a bit of debate, because some say you can only call like the short neck bağlama and the other one is the saz, but other people say it's just the other way around. That's to keep things clear and simple. So in the end, you can use the words saz and bağlama sort of interchangeably. That's how most people use the names anyway. But I thought it was funny to mention that debate. So the bağlama originated from another instrument that was called the corpus. And how that instrument originated, there's like this cool legend. At some point, travelers, they found a skull of a horse, but there was some way there was horse hair that was still attached to the skull, and the wind was playing through the skull and it made the most beautiful sound. And that was the inspiration for making the first instrument, the first corpus. We of course don't know if that is true. However, we do know that horsehair was used for strings on the corpus. And also, well, it is not uncommon for lutes to have like this round back shape, but in my observation, this is me, this is not science, this is not proven, this is just me. In my observation, it's very different in other lutes, as in a saz, just the round shape. Not sure if it captures really well on camera, but I don't know, maybe it's because I know this legend and I sort of see a horse skull in it. Maybe it's just my imagination, but yeah, anyway. So, yeah, I'm not gonna put it away because I need to demonstrate something. As we're talking about strings, bağlamas have 7 strings. I'm not sure if you can see that. I know, I'm just filming this on the webcam of my laptop. I'm not a proper YouTuber. So I'm not sure how well you can see. It's 7 strings. So all bağlamas have 7 strings, except the cura. The cura has 6 strings, and they're in groups. 3 different groups, and the top and the bottom group also has like a thicker string, so that's in octave. And usually it is played in groups, so if you play the top group or the bottom group, you're actually playing an octave, which all of a sudden makes the music sound, fuller, in fact. But I remember reading somewhere, but I can't remember where, that is actually, it is standard now, but it's only in the last, 100 years or so that they're doing these strings in octaves. Occasionally, maybe getting too detailed already, but occasionally as an ornament, it does happen that I play only 1 string out of the group, but most of the time you play really group per group. Maybe I should keep it on hand. Let's talk about tuning. There are many, well, historically anyway, there are many different ways of tuning a saz. Nowadays, the most commonly used tuning is called the Aşık tuning, which is, the top is A, G, D, or La, Sol, Re. Because both in Turkey and in my country, we use the Do, Re, Mi system. Yet I'm talking about A, G, D because I'm speaking English on YouTube. But we only call it AGD or La Sol Re because the Bağlama is a transposing instrument. So on the piano, this is B-A-E or Si, La, Mi, which is sort of the traditional way of tuning a sus, and my instrument is tuned like that. But the last few years, there's been a trend of tuning half a step higher. Now, let's talk about microtones. Turkish music uses a few tones. Western music doesn't. So this means like these frets, they're the sharps and flats that are used in Western music as well. And these ones are the Turkish sharps and flats, and that goes, it's for each little fret. So the one here is the Western, the other one is the Turkish sharps or flats. They're not quarter notes though, as in, I think, Arabic or definitely Indian music. It's just a different way to divide the tone, but maybe I'm getting too far. Maybe that could be something for a different video, if anyone is interested in that. So anyway, when I first told my then guitar teacher I was gonna start learning an instrument, a lute, that is transposing and has microtones, he said I was crazy. Well, he wasn't wrong. But anyway, in the end, it worked out fine. I love this instrument. And I hope you found this informative or entertaining, or I'm not an expert. I do know some things, of course, but I'm not an expert. But if you have any questions or whatever, you can leave them in the comments. And if I know the answer, I will answer. Or if you just want to say something, you can leave it in the comments. Oops. I'm not a proper YouTuber. I'm smashing my microphone. Yeah, whatever. So, oh my gosh. So yeah, please leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe. If you have any ideas of things you would like to see. If you want to know what this instrument sounds like, I have 8 or 9 videos where I play some songs on my sus. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment, share, like, and subscribe. And I will see you in another video. Bye!